tonight's final treasure, we're in the company of a singer-songwriter whose heart belongs to wonderful West Wales. Cerys Matthews has made her choice from a part of the museum that's close to her family home. I bet you're thinking it's going to be a musical instrument or some kind of ancient recording device. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Welcome to the old Cambrian mills in Drefach, Felindre.
Everything is beautiful.
The building is now home to the National Wool Museum. It's near Newcastle Emlyn in the very heart of West Wales. It may be off the beaten track, but at one time this place was known as the Huddersfield of Wales.
All around is wonderful.
This village was at its busiest at the end of the 19th and the beginning of the 20th centuries. There was around 50 working woolen mills and weaving workshops in and around Drefach Felindre at that time. And Drefach Felindre was very much centred on the woolen industry.
In the old days, there would have been dozens of women in this area, knitting. But in this factory, the Cambrian mills, they turned the wool into flannel and those lovely Welsh tapestries. Each area of Wales had its own patterns, and within each area, individual mills would put a twist on those designs. But it's not just about heavy tapestries. The fine wool used in this wedding dress was made in this very building. And Nicola, this is your dress. So why did you choose Welsh flannel?
I don't know. I didn't set out to choose it at all. Very untraditional for a wedding dress. But I wanted something very simple. And I just happened to be here with my mother-in-law. And I saw this in a bale, this colour.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's it. That's
fantastic.
the material.
When did you get married?
1975. It was an Easter weekend. And it was quite funny because there was a girl in my office getting married around the same time.
Yeah.
And she was having the works. She was getting married in a cathedral and silk. And there was me having a simple wedding, you know.
Yeah. And how does it feel now to see your wedding dress here in this museum?
I'm pleased. I feel it's come home rather than being stuck in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah.
So I feel this is where it belongs, really.
Everything is beautiful. Nothing hurts.
The woolen industry started with quite heavy fabrics and blankets, and the fabrics then developed right up until the 60s when the tapestry fabrics became very fashionable. Nowadays, the old patterns of the shawls and the blankets and the tapestry, they seem to be enjoying a bit of a revival.
But the treasure I've chosen is a timeless gem. It's a nursing shawl, and one that I found really handy with my children.
People think of them as being the Welsh way of carrying babies.
Yeah.
Basically, you'd fold it into a triangle, and then the baby then would be wrapped on the left side. So you'd get the corner, wrap the baby in the left side there, and then on the right side the corner would come underneath the arm and be wrapped up. The weight of the baby then would hold the shawl in place. So in reality you could actually have both arms free, or at least one arm, to carry on with your daily work. So and of course you didn't have maternity leave back in the early days either.
No.
So it was out the baby comes and back to work.
So Nana might doing it right
Yes,
now.
that's fine. Yes.
There you go, let's see.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
with your hands free, do you think they let us go into an office these days and do our work?
Oh, I reckon they might give us a chance.
And up to what age can you do this with children, do you think?
I think up to any age, really.
10,
I mean,
15.
No, possibly not 15, but definitely 2. It is a very comforting way of carrying a baby. I
Yeah.
think it's good for the bonding
Yeah.
of the mother and child.
I used to carry my son Johnny Jones like this because I feel lucky that my mum taught me how to do it. But I used to put him up, and you can do it quite severely, and he'd be like, stuck, stuck. I'm like, yep, you're stuck. And my mum used to do it with me when I was little as well, which is why I'm very, very calm and collected. So please vote for the nursing shawl. It may not be rock and roll, but it's indispensable to every Welsh man.